Hey everybody, and welcome back. I am behind the scenes at JIMS Machining in Camarillo, California. Thought I'd take a couple of minutes today to go through and give you guys a behind the scenes on a couple of awesome new products that are getting ready to be released. So I have just arrived at the Atlanta airport. We're going to go and see what all JIMS is about and take a look at our newest precision tappets. I told you guys I wanted to know and I wanted to see firsthand how they're made and where they're made. So for the next couple of days, we're going to be at JIMS in California. So now let's start the proverbial 30-second travel montage. May be about 8 to 12 weeks before these items are available. However, you can call and order them now and get ahead of the back order. So it's some pretty cool stuff. So I am here today with Kenny. Say hey, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. Kenny is the wrench around here. This guy gets to do all kind of cool stuff. He gets to test new tooling, comes up with new ideas, test products. You're in heaven back here, aren't you, Kenny?
Yes, I am.
This is awesome. All right, guys, so the first thing that we're going to show you is the new M8 case splitter tool. I'm going to let Kenny show you how this thing works. One of the coolest features about it in a time-sensitive environment is that you don't have to remove the stator to use this tool, and that's pretty cool. Of course, as we've done with all of our other tool videos, make sure the tools are clean, make sure you lube threads and that sort of thing to take care of your tools.
Hard cap right there on the end of it.
Is there a torque setting for that, Kenny, or just a snug fit?
Snug them down.
Snug them down.
So
now this is always by hand, right, Kenny? Never use an impact on that.
Never use an impact.
Just not necessary.
And there the case is splitting.
So that doesn't take much effort at all.
No, it does not.
All right.
There it is.
So if a ratchet by hand doesn't do it, you need to stop. You got another issue, right? You just need to stop. All right, guys, you can tell we're having a good time in the shop here. And Kenny, hello again, Kenny. I want to show you guys something really cool that they've just come out with. You know, it can be a pain in the butt to adjust adjustable push rods on the M8 because the tappet covers, they're quite a bit longer than what they were on the twin cam. And so let's take a look at this 2018 M8 over here and a new product that they have just come out with. Start over here on the front cylinder. Of course, you can see here, this is your upper clip, then you have a collar here, and then your lower push rod tube. And then that is your stock tappet cover there, right? Not too bad, but when you're trying to adjust these out, these tubes need to be changed because these are tall and it's hard to get in here. So this is what they've come up with. Check out this lower block here, cover. You'll notice it's quite a bit shorter too, and when you back up, then we'll take a look at their pushrod tube kit here. It's real beefy, sleek, elegant, and nicely shaped, all that type of stuff. Makes the cylinder look a little bit longer, makes the engine look a little bit fatter. All right, Kenny, so these are the stock upper tubes for the M8, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's the one off the M8,
right.
And that would be assembled. Show us how that would assemble real quick. So, of course, you have the spring and the O-ring and the washer inside there.
Like that, like that. Like that.
All right, perfect. Now what we're doing with your complete kit is here, correct? So let's slide this apart and show them how that works.
With this, we have...
So you're still using the stock M8 upper tube, correct?
Correct.
All right.
And then this would go in here.
And then you would reuse the stock spring.
Well, the O-ring is a twin cam O-ring.
Is a twin cam O-ring.
Because the M8 is
That's right.
captured
Okay.
in there.
All right.
So then
and that slides up on the head, and then you put your clip in.
And that is how it's held together in the butt.
Fully assembled there. So let me explain this. I want to go through this one more time. Here you have your stock M8 pushrod tube assembly with the stock cover. But when you change over to the JIMS cover here, you would still use the inside upper of the M8 pushrod tube, but then you would need to have the twin cam lower section with the long clip up here for your adjustable pushrod. You would use an M8 adjustable pushrod with a twin cam lower and clip. Alternative number 2 is to buy the entire kit with this cover. You would reuse your stock M8 upper and then use a spring washer and O-ring with this lower here and that cover. Now I also want to point out, yes, it's quite a bit shorter. This is going to make it a lot easier to do your pushrod adjustment. Of course, it looks fantastic on there, and you can use your and retain your stock tappet cuffs or the S&S tappet cuffs. It will still fit under there. So again, with the kit, you get the tubes, the gasket, the new bolts for it as well. And yes, they are even available in black. That's pretty sexy. Now these, you can see they retain the stock bolts that are in there, but when you buy the whole kit, the bolts that it comes with, it will come with black bolts as well. So for you guys looking to black out engine completely, the black bolts there, bottom, the tube. Great, great looking piece. Makes the cylinders look quite a bit taller and fatter. So awesome piece by JIMS.
Jim Teason, the founder of the company, was kind enough to show me around, giving me an all-access pass to their facilities so I could share one of America's finest motorcycle parts manufacturers with you. Jim started in this small corner workshop in 1967 with just a couple of manual mills and lathes. The ISO certified company has now grown to occupy over 50,000 square feet and multiple buildings, well over a dozen departments to include several manufacturing areas, testing and inspection labs, a prototype shop, CAD lab, product assembly rooms, and a product storage and processing area. Everywhere you go, you see flickering lights from control stations and computer monitors, sounds of CNC machining centers, and dozens of other types of state-of-the-art equipment. The faint smell of coolant and machining oils fill the air. Crates full of solid metal are cut, then milled to perfection. The level of precision that is maintained throughout this entire facility, with multiple checks and inspections along every step of the process, is almost overwhelming. Automated pallet changing systems move engine components effortlessly from one machining station to another.
This is our granddaddy machine. Jim's pride and joy. 24 station pallet changing machining center. It's got 3 mills. We can load up each of these pallets with raw material, flip a button, and this machine will cycle through all different pallets and machine everything. So with this machine, we can run lights out. At the end of the night shift, we can load up all the raw material, press go, walk away, and when we come back in the morning, everything's machined. So these machines even have the capability to call you at home if something goes wrong. So everybody's in bed asleep, your cell phone rings, number 2 broke a tool or something like that, you got to come in and replace the tool in order to get that thing back up and going. So this is our engine cradle slash tappet testing, and this actually isn't really attached to the dyno per se. This runs off a 10 horsepower motor, and what we do is we'll spin a cam chest at 4,000 or 5,000 RPM non-stop for hours on end. So when we do things like tappet validation and stuff like that, we'll put a tappet in here, flip the motor on, and for days and days and days, that thing will run at max RPM all day long. So basically it's just destructive testing. We can, you know, when a tappet is supposed to live for 50,000 miles, we can condense that down into 300 or 400 hours and start doing baselines and start to see if we have improvement in product, you know, and kind of build upon that.
Inside these walls, talented, dedicated craftsmen transform high-quality raw material into some of the finest motorcycle products available. Seeing all the moving parts to this operation, from the machines to the workers, the end product and all the steps in between solidified my experiences over 2 decades with JIMS. The quality, integrity, and creativity is all here, and I'm proud to be a partner with this incredible company.